Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another review from my previous channel. Another Vault Universal Series 1. It's the Wildlife. Let's check it out. What you see here is Jim. He's broken into his school to have a beer and listen to Steppenwolf. And smoke.
There's a sign out front that says no trespassing. You read that?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Well, school doesn't start till next week.
Yes.
And this is Tom.
I find it hard to believe that you're 28 and still in high school. It's for my dad. See, he's kind of an alcoholic. Sorry. It's casual.
And here's Leah Thompson's story. She's dating a married cop, although she doesn't know he's married. She plays Anita. This is David. Not that we see anything, but he takes her in the back and gets a little frisky with her.
Bill Conrad years.
Tony works with Bill. That's Eric Stoltz.
We never knew just what a wild man he really was.
Eric's moving into his new place. Rick Moranis and the actress Jenny Wright.
Listen, this isn't a criticism, okay? I'm not coming down here. I just said as well as selling pieces here. Like, what'd you sell, their pants and a shirt?
2 shirts.
Jenny Wright is actually dating Tom, and even though they're dating, he still spies on her. Bill's moving out, and Mom is taping it.
14 blocks.
Hey, get lost, Jim.
You're really taking off.
Screw off.
Jim! Jim!
Both with credit card.
Tom and his buddies.
Visa or Master Charge. It's go time. Right now, you and me. Go back to Alexander High, and instead of being my woman, you be my wife.
What?
Bill needs a roommate, so Tom's gonna be the man.
Well, Tommy, would you like to be my roommate? I thought you'd never ask. Nice, man.
They talked him way into a strip club.
Listen, it'll be $20 for the 4 of you and a 3-drink minimum.
This is the actress Ashley St. John. I think she was a porn star in the 80s. She does get naked here, which I can't show you. We also have an appearance from Kit and Natividad. They end up getting into a big fight there.
This guy.
Tom isn't giving up.
I know, but it could be filled with a ring for you. Eileen! This could be you! Eileen! Eileen!
What it would be like to have you.
Harry's in love with her too.
Oh, no.
I'm not kidding, Eileen. I'm crazy about you. I think about you all the time. I really do, constantly.
I don't think so, Harry. Can I help
Leah
you?
Thompson decides to visit boyfriend's house
Hi, is David here?
He's out on patrol.
and finds Nancy Wilson from Heart.
What about Rick? Is Rick here?
He's married.
This is Rick.
He's up fucking that skinny little girl at Donut City. Likes in uniform. He is from Sacramento.
Eric Stoltz used to date Anita.
For his wife.
I went to your house.
Why did you do that?
Bill gets into a brief scuffle with the officer. Jim did something to his car.
Charlie was a case on, man. 77-day siege.
Jim introduces him to his friend Charlie.
So extreme, no one thought they'd make it. We're gonna head out, Charlie. Charlie.
I think Charlie's heroin junkie too.
Charlie?
Bill, thanks for sticking up for me tonight. It's really great.
Yeah, well, the guy pissed me off.
No, Vincent! No! In the microwave!
I just want to try him out, man.
Tom, have the cops come yet? What about Craig Davis?
Hey, this is America, you know. We pay, we stay, and they can't do anything about it, so I want you to live it up, son, man. It's the last summer blast.
There was quite a mess left over. Tom and Eileen makeup. Bill and Nita get back together.
Is you and me? See you later. Jim?
And even Jim gets
Yeah.
a girl. And that's pretty much how our film ends. Alright, let's talk about The Wildlife. This is a movie that showed up on cable. Oh God, I want to say it was probably late fall of 1985. That's when I first watched it and taped it. At the time, there was kind of this thought that this was like a sequel to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I think it was written by Cameron Crowe, wasn't it? Who did Fast Times. And stars Christopher Penn as opposed to Sean Penn. Sean Penn's little brother, and it was just kind of supposed to be like more of the same. It wasn't quite as good, not nearly as good actually, but it's okay for what it is. So anyway, it actually stars Eric Stoltz and Christopher Penn. Eric Stoltz is this guy, I think his name is Bill Conrad. He's 18 years old. He's leaving home for the first time. He's moving into this place. He works in a bowling alley. Tom, his friend, Christopher Penn, is more of like a party guy. Honestly, it almost sounds like he's trying to mimic his brother Sean from Sean's role in Fast Times. He doesn't quite get it down. His big catchphrase is "It's casual," which he says 3, 4, or 5 times throughout the movie. There's also, I don't know how you pronounce his name, Elin Mitchell Smith. He's Eric Stoltz's little brother. He's just sort of a misfit. He hangs around with this Vietnam vet played by Randy Quaid, who looks like he's a heroin addict as well. There's a couple of plots in here. Tom has a girlfriend played by Jenny Wright, works in a clothing store, and her boss there is Rick Moranis, who has a thing for her. And then, of course, there's Leah Thompson. She works at a donut place. She's the ex-girlfriend of Eric Stoltz's character. She's also having an affair with this police officer who's married. She doesn't know he's married, but she finds out later on. It's basically all these kind of stories revolving around each other. There's a little bit of sex, not a ton, a little bit of nudity, a lot of partying going on. Again, that's mostly around Christopher Penn's character, who Christopher Penn actually, Tom moves in with Bill at one point in the same complex. And has some parties there and raises a lot of ruckus. There's really not much more of a plot, to be honest with you. It's just a few days, weeks in the lives of these people. And that's it. So I don't really know what else more I can tell you about this movie. Apparently on the Blu-ray version of this, Ben Stein, I think, has an interview or does some commentary or something. He was in this briefly as well as he was in Fast Times. He said this was a sequel, but it really isn't quite a sequel, but it's related to Fast Times. I'll just leave it at that. It's okay. I could watch this movie again. It's just when you try to compare it to Fast Times at Ridgemont High, there's no comparison, because Fast Times to me is a classic. I watched that one. It's probably in my top 15 movies well-liked of all time, favorite movies of all time. And The Wildlife just doesn't compare to that now. If this was on its own, maybe I'd think a little higher of it, but I don't know. But it's kind of like Caddyshack 2, in my opinion. Caddyshack 2 gets a bad rep because people always compare it to Caddyshack, and you can't compare anything to Caddyshack, because Caddyshack, again, is a classic. Caddyshack 2, if it stood alone on its own, I think it's actually a pretty decent movie. And I guess I'll say that about The Wildlife, too. Anyway, it's decent. yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So check it out. A little bit of nudity. It's a good way to kill 90 minutes. The soundtrack's pretty good. There's some Van Halen on here. Eddie Van Halen, actually, I think, did a lot of the music here. Born to be Wild, Steppenwolf was in this as well. But anyway, decent movie. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. It's called The Wildlife. And again, I got this from the Vault series that Universal put out several years ago. But again, it has been released on Blu-ray since then as well. So anyway, check it out. Leave some comments. The Wildlife. Watch it. Bye.